Hello, and welcome to Blood City, a Chicago by Night Chronicle. Last time, Blood City, Coterie found themselves in a little bit of a test to see if one of the Coterie members, Father O'Shea, would make a very good hound, also led by a pair of hounds, one Gabriella Nosferatu and Alexa Santos, probably chief hounds. They ended up fighting some hunters with true faith, but apparently they didn't get a chance to use it. Taken by surprise, where the Coterie was not their quarry, but a couple other vampires who later were revealed to be Harold and Hannah, a pair that Sparkles helped spring from a hunter prison previously. This time, we start off with Sparkle's plan to get the tracking device out of the two vampires, then continue with the feeding shenanigans of Coterie. I'd like to first introduce myself and then all of the Coterie members as players. I'm David Tveraas. I'm the storyteller today, presenting you Blood City. That material includes a Chicago by Night, a book that was kickstarted recently. Finally got my copy. Highly recommend it. We'll also present material from Chicago Folio, which is material for Chicago by Night, and Blood City, sorry, not Blood, for Blood City, Cults of the Blood Gods. Please allow the players to introduce themselves. We'll start with Jolene. Please tell us about yourself and Sparkles.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hi Tokyo Rose, and you can find me on Instagram. And we are playing Sparkles, who is Malkavian, and this is her companion and favorite stuffy bestest friend in the whole wide world, George. And so we are really into shenanigans and doing really fun things.
Okay. Outstanding. Nigel, why don't you tell us about Father O'Shea?
Well, my name's Nigel Sanford, or Nubs the Zombie in the chat here. I'll be playing Father O'Shea, an Irish Catholic priest who is going to pistol whip the next one to say shenanigans. Sorry, had to do the reference.
What's that restaurant you like to go to? Okay. Anyway, let's move on to Zook. Please tell us about Dr. Joseph Murray.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Joseph Murray. I am an ex-surgeon who is currently seeking out magical means to make the perfect human.
Ooh. Definitely an interesting pursuit. Last but not least, Harry, please tell us about Bogdan.
Hello, I'm Harry. I play Bogdan the Toreador. He's a jeweler and a very wealthy man who generally likes to solve his problems by throwing money at them, but now that he's kindred, can't do that.
All right, let's start off where we left off last time. The Coterie is in a van. A very crowded van, with some new blood dolls, former college students, who are sating the hunger of kindred within. There are also new vampires that you've rescued recently, Harold and Hannah there. Now, if I remember correctly, yes, exactly, meals. Thank you. There was some talk of surgery. Is that something that we're doing here, or do we want to move to a new location?
I think we should leave the students around IHOP so it doesn't look suspicious. Because don't be suspicious. We don't want to do that. And then we should drive somewhere secluded-ish, and then we can get those trackers out.
As for the location in general, I believe that the good doctor here would be the best one to decide where.
I agree. We probably shouldn't do it in the IHOP bathroom, regardless of previous plans. But I don't think we should do it at any of Harry's locations that he offered, because if they're following the tracker right now, they're going to see us take it out there, and then they're going to at least know that location is tied to us in some way.
Agreed, that could jeopardize my entire operation, so let's not do that.
So really, any place that is a building that we could do surgery in, I doubt. Could they get infected?
Not likely.
Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't even have to be that sterile then.
Okay, Father, do your thing. Send the students on their way.
Don't you have a dry storage for where you keep all your film and everything?
Where I keep my film?
No, Sparkles. She runs the theater, don't she?
Oh no, we don't want to take them there. We're getting rid of the students now, so they can go. Ciao, ciao. Bye, bye.
I was talking about the surgery, but then again, it just occurred to me that would have the same problem as running into one of Harry's havens. Or Bogdan's. I don't know why I can never get...
Well, we could just go to like a park bathroom.
Yes, but not a... Yeah, that's fine.
Because the parks are going to be closed at night, so no one's going to be there. And we just find it a nice park. You know. So let's...
So not Times Square. I mean, we're in Chicago. What's in Chicago?
It's the it's where they have all the concerts and the where do they have Ozfest? Well, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, there actually is a really nice park there. A lot of children go there. It's great. So they probably have nice bathrooms.
Burnham Park is or Oz Park.
And how much time do we have before sunrise?
That's true too. The party happened at what, 11, and then we had to do all this stuff too. So it's probably well into like 2-3 a.m. probably.
Yeah, this is probably going to be the last thing you can do before rest for the.
So let's literally dump the college guys out of the back of the van, or put them on a bench, I guess. I don't know, and then just hightail it to the closest park that has a bathroom, and we'll just.
All right, you're able to do that without. Now, how are we doing this surgery? Panel and Harold and cut right in, or?
I mean, we could stop by Walmart for some tarps if we want to limit the amount of blood splatter everywhere. But I mean, yeah, I don't see why not. Do we need to? Would anesthesia work on that?
No need. We just need. You could get shower curtains from Walmart. And then
you can get shower curtains from the dollar store.
Sure, but they're probably not open. Walmart is always open.
Good point.
In today's episode, we're going shopping at Walmart with everyone.
Right. Blood City shopping spree. Yeah, you're able to grab some shower curtain. Nobody suspicious that you secretly want shower curtains. So some back alley surgery, but okay. So if you want to go ahead and attempt the surgery that Sparkles described, you can do intelligence and medicine. With I believe Sparkles was assisting. So what's the assisting bonus?
I'm not sure in this case.
How about just +2 to your overall intelligence plus medicine? Please, Doctor.
There you go.
2 successes. So you start with Harold. He's very fascinated with the procedure. He watches as you slice into his flesh. Not much blood trickles out as he doesn't have an active circulatory.
Real quick, I have specialty surgery, actually. Should I add more to that? How does specialty work?
That's an extra die.
Oh, just one.
While they're doing that, I'm going to keep watch outside.
Yes. He All right, 3 successes is enough to find it pretty much right away. It's a very large nugget, about yay big.
That is a huge tracker.
Yeah. But it's coated in a thick layer of red plastic. Possibly make sure that it's not simply expelled from the body. Oh, I didn't even feel inside of me. Not every day you get to see or get it. I'll have to cut myself.
I know, isn't it beautiful?
It is.
George really likes it.
George seems like. Yes, I see. Slice myself.
Ill-advised. I'm gonna hand. I'm gonna hand off the tracker to not the father because I don't want it to break. But we should hold on to this because we might want to plant it somewhere, throw it in a dump truck or something. Let it ride around town for a bit.
We don't have much time, and there's always watching because the tracker is active.
It wouldn't It wouldn't be active while I'm holding it, though. So,
Excellent idea.
Just as a shut off.
We don't know that.
Yeah, it might just glitch in and out. We don't know. But that's what I'm saying. If we just chuck it in someone else's car and have it drive around, then they'll be tracking something else.
Yes, let's do this.
Okay. So after the surgery, we'll go plant them. We're pulling out a tracker from each of them?
Yes.
Okay, then we'll plant them in separate cars, too, so make it even more confusing.
I think we should feed one to fishies because that's more fun.
He said it was like that big. How are you going to get that in a fish?
Koi fish will eat everything. And so will tilapia, I'm just saying.
Yes, the famous Chicago koi pond.
You could always feed it to a bird. They'll eat anything.
Once again, this big. How are you going to get that in a bird?
Bottom feeders, they eat everything. Is there a politician we don't like? Because, maybe we can make him a burger too.
Okay, somebody's got some background noise. It's actually painful.
So you're able to also conduct the surgery on Hannah, who, while she's interested in what you're doing, she didn't pay attention as nearly intently as Harold did. She's more fascinated by the tracking devices themselves. So the plan is to put these in a car that nobody suspects we've removed them. Is that the idea?
Correct.
I think so. Unless someone can do some kind of techie stuff to it to backwards track.
Harold and Hannah are pushing their wounds closed, doing their best to heal up.
Even if we personally cannot do the technology for that backtrack, maybe we can find somebody who does.
I'll see what I can do. Although I don't really know that many people in the hacking field.
Plus, how long do we have to place it before they just come and pick it up because they noticed?
Well, they do know that Hannah and Harry escaped. Or Harold, sorry.
Do you think Damien would want one?
Or Gabriel.
Text him. Hey, Mr. Damien. We have a tracker for you for hunters. Do you want it?
Damien does reply after about 5 minutes. Says, destroy it immediately, meet me in a third location.
Alright, we'll destroy it then. I'd rather do what he says than...
I want to plant one in a car.
Okay, but it's on you.
I strongly suggest that we do as he says.
Fine.
Alright, we'll just smash them as best we can.
Okay, let's GTFO.
Right, so dawn is actually approaching. Do you return to your respective havens, or do you want to hide somewhere in common?
I think we should go to Harry's, one of Harry's places, because there's all of us in Sunrises soon.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's not a bad
We can
idea.
either go back to my apartment or stop by one of my store's locations.
There's also the graveyard. We can stay in one of the mausoleums. There's more than enough room, and it's very secure.
Oh, I like that idea. Let's go there.
For the first time, you see Harold actually a little excited. Mausoleum.
I think Harold and I are going to be bestest friends.
Thankfully, the local shenanigans have caused the city to actually pay for a security team on site.
Well, we spent last night at Harry's, so if we spend tonight at the mausoleum, I think it's mixing it up, so that's not a bad idea.
Agreed. As much as I don't like the idea of sleeping in a crypt, it seems like the best.
I'm so excited.
On the plus side, you're already used to sleeping next to ghosts.
I suppose you're right.
Too. We are never really alone, you know.
Dear Lord, that was creepy.
So you bed down with the dead for the night.
We bed down with the dead every night. We are dead.
True. Always bed down with yourself, don't you? So, everyone make a rouse roll for the next day. Or night, the next night. Or the day. That's 6. Sparkles goes up.
Oh, hungry.
I think it's the first success I had for hunger.
I don't think Bogdan is yet to fail a rouse check.
Good
Knock
problem to
on
have.
wood.
I'm going to activate my lore sheet to counteract that hunger gain.
Alright. The air is stale and sullen. Mausoleum is actually quite ornate, beautiful, even though it's just a cascade of grays. You find Harold talking.
To himself?
Presumably, those of you with any sort of spectral sight can see that he's actually communing with the dead. He's asking about the experiences that they've had and how it felt to die. Currently asking a cancer patient what the whole experience was passing over. Not necessarily the parts in their life, but very focused on the moments.
It's a little morbid.
Little creepy.
No, it's actually quite a learning experience.
I'm worried about you, Sparkles.
Yeah.
Do I recognize the ghost?
You do not. Someone died possibly a couple decades ago. He doesn't seem to be asking about anything to do with the living. Just really focused on the experience of death itself.
I can't see ghosts, so it's all on you guys.
Right. Everyone's fascinated with what's going on except for Zook, who's like, why is everyone like interested in this suddenly? Yeah. However, Dr. Joseph Murray, you are educated on many matters. That there is a natural, particularly ghosts. Death.
I'm going to walk up to Harold and ask, would you mind introducing us?
Oh, how sorry. Obsessed with my predilections. Jonathan, you're going to get a kick out of this. Jonathan.
Apt name.
Yes. Jokes that now that he's dead, they work a lot better. He died of cancer. 80s.
Tragic.
Telling me how much seen that I have not experienced my death. See, apparently all around, everything that's decayed and is gone. We see the aftermath. We see the dead, the decay, rot, surrounds for them. Something which I plan to try to understand, gain their perspective.
Sounds like you touch on the land of the oblivion as well.
That's very admirable, mister.
That's one word for it.
Educational, at least.
Death is something I plan to make. Anna and I, our work is out such. She's shown me that she not speak with the dead as I, but see their memories. See that the issue is that I always run into dead. They're not always as upfront as Mr. Graves here. Don't always want to discuss how they died. Them, that's something of the past, prior life. Not who they are now. But Anna's come up with a study. Anna, why don't you tell them? Yes, I've been able to study under a former mentor of mine how to speak, not to the dead, but to the memories left behind. With the emotions out of the way, find out step by step what happened to them. Harold's plans to compare and contrast that with the little information they give him, so we can try to find connection between our state and theirs.
I mean, that makes sense. There might be some connection between ghosts and vampires.
Well, I don't know if you're aware about it.
Can we tie the ghost to an object, maybe?
Object. Yes. I believe.
What do you have in mind?
Well, you know, a doll or something.
That's all right.
I believe we've spoken about this last night. Only briefly. You wish to animate George, is this correct?
Yes, I want to make George alive. Alive or as alive as he can be.
We could accomplish that. I know of 2 methods. Well, there's a third, but it's beyond my... I dare bind spirits. Actions. Cut that out, but the other 2 methods, I can forge a correct amount. make him a useful servant. However, he would serve his creator, which is but I can just act on your behalf. The other method would also animate. But
Shambles and
yeah. Suppose you make that movement.
Like he was filled with a dead cat.
Pretty much.
Like the Thriller music video.
that could actually be pretty fun. Thriller George. No, but he should be useful. George would want to be useful.
We also have to worry about breaking the masquerade, remember that.
What all is Homunculus capable of? I mean, to see you take orders, but to what extent?
Oh, I can get him to do simple tasks, stirring, moving things from one place to another.
All right. I mean, it's not a bad idea as long as he doesn't move on his own, but if it's a construct, it might not, unless you give it.
Yes, we must make George alive.
Can we text Damien, by the way, while we're talking about this, too, just to figure out where he wants to meet up for the later tonight?
Can. Who's texting?
I will.
Nigel's attempting to text, but Bogdan is actually texting. He replies, down by the river, where Sparkles likes to hang out.
Under the boardwalk.
Oh. Okay. Is that your next location that you want to head to? You want to meet him?
I think so. It's probably the most pressing thing.
On the ride there, Harold mentions that he's more than happy to help you animate George, but he's really trying to concentrate on studies, spirits, dead, trying to prove his thesis here.
What do we need to animate George? Maybe Sparkles can help.
Well, it takes a very precise ritual. Ceremony requires animal carcass. Essentially, we can use a dog or a cat. We're going to require some substances. Represent all the alchemical elements. Versal of each. We're going to require some urine, fecal matter, and semen. Preferably fresh. And the animal that we use. That also probably should be fairly fresh. We're going to need the weapon used to kill said animal. I'd like to use a ceremonial dagger. Slice its throat.
Real quick, you said we need urine and fecal matter from the animal? From a human?
It doesn't quite
That was a little vague.
matter.
Oh, okay. Never mind that.
Unfortunately, that wasn't the only fluid he mentioned.
Yes, there was a third.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yes, the semen is probably the most important part for that, where the life essence flows.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's.
He's
really
not
fair,
actually joking. It's a fairly common thing in necromancy.
Hey, Mr. Murray, does you have access to a sperm bank?
I mean, there might be some at the hospital. So we probably could get all this pretty easy from the hospital, but it's still gross.
Well, it's for science.
This is not science. This is the other side of science. If science was a coin, this is the other coin in the other purse.
It's for the other science.
Okay, you can call it the other science, I guess.
Alternative.
So are we going to rob a sperm bank after we meet Dan?
You know,
No,
I could
it's
use Dominate.
Yeah,
There's a lot of ethics there, but it is a possibility.
Honestly, the hospital's probably the best, easiest.
yeah, I agree with that one.
Yeah, a priest walking up to somebody and asking for semen is usually frowned upon, even in Chicago.
Yeah, they might move you to another pair.
True.
Then we'll be out of luck.
That's not to say he doesn't get it. Fortunately. After this interesting conversation in the vehicle, you make it to the river. Damien's waiting there. Alexa is with him, chatting a little bit. Oh.
Before I get out of the car, I turn to Bogdan. I'm like, you know, prostitution's a thing too. You could always just buy it.
Yeah.
You don't have to make it weird, just keep the condom afterwards. Though that'll probably have enzymes that, or not the enzymes, the chemicals that kill the semen. Nope, it's gotta be like in a jar, I mean.
The things we do for you, Sparkle.
I suggested the hospital.
But we have to get it before it's frozen, too, because then it's not fresh. So that's still going to be a weird conversation to have with somebody. I'm a doctor. I need something.
It still needs to be alive and kicking, if you will, or swimming.
Anyways, Damien,
Yeah, you're right, Alexa. These guys
Good
are weird.
evening. How are you doing?
All right. I don't want to know. I'm not going to ask. But, okay. What I am going to ask, though, is the tracking devices. You said these are hunter-based tracking devices you found?
Yeah, like
Yes,
a pig.
it was inside of us when we were captured.
And you destroyed them, right?
Yes, they made me destroy them. I wanted to put them in a car and then have them go on a joyride. Yee!
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. Why don't you, hand it over here? Takes it. Looks at
And
it.
what over?
Make sure
No,
it's
we
crushed.
destroyed them.
Oh, you mean like the remnants? I definitely didn't keep the remnants.
Keep them on? Oh. Alright.
I thought we, like, crushed it, set it on fire, like, legit destroy.
That's good. That's good. How'd they get him in them? Where did these tracking devices come from?
Surgery.
So imagine a needle as big as your arm.
Do I remember anything from the black site? It has lore, so I could describe the process maybe.
Yeah, that works. You know that when you were staked, they must have cut you open and put it in there. You had a lot of wounds. So when you just healed up, you probably just didn't know which wounds you were healing. Are you telling me you just did major surgery on these two kindred here?
Yep.
Dr. Joseph Murray is a very good doctor and surgeon. And
Well-
Nurse Sparkle and Dr. George helped.
He's unlicensed, not a doctor. Also, I've never done surgery on an awake patient before. Not that kind of.
Interesting. Well, get all your affairs in order. Father O'Shea. Seems like you were able to pull off an attack against some of these hunters. You and your coterie here. Alright, we'll consider you. Probably one more test. Get your affairs in order and contact Alexa here. Pass this one, I'll make you a fully official hound and declare it the next Elysium.
I look forward to hearing such a declaration.
Alright. Anything else you guys have to report?
What are we supposed to do with these two?
Hey, they're my friends.
Yeah, but they almost broke the masquerade, and to the degree where they were literally almost kidnapped.
Well, they already had tracking devices on them. Who's to say that they broke the masquerade because of the research they were conducting, or because they were being tracked since we left that stupid establishment?
That's true. But should we relocate them?
That was established. It was blatantly stated that they were tracked not by the trackers, but by their internet search history.
That's right, too.
Then we should bring them to the prince, right?
Well, they're on thin ice. I'll give them one more chance. We're told stay off the internet. Don't draw any more attention. However, too many kindred have died in these recent nights. Can't just willy-nilly execute them all. The hunters are doing it for us.
Alright, fair enough.
Speaking of which, where's your charge? Leah. Her little cult. What's going on with them?
We actually had Bogdan's professionals teaching them how to do a cleanup to cover up after themselves last night. We haven't touched base today, but that was our next stop.
Right, well. Keep them on that path.
Yeah, that should definitely be our next thing, is to check in.
Agreed.
I've got other things to do. Alexa, let's go.
Before you go, can you write down your phone number for me, or some way I can contact you?
Thought you didn't use phones. You and your kind.
I can always have somebody else call you.
Sure. He hands you what's kind of like a business card. Got his number. Doesn't have his name, just.
And you as well, I point to Alexa.
Oh, I don't use phones.
Then how shall I contact you?
Oh, I'll find you. I'm always watching
Smoke
you.
signals.
That's not creepy.
I had the feeling you and Sparkles would get along and go bowling.
Did you say go bowling?
Hi!
Yeah, we should go bowling.
Oh yes, let's go cosmic bowling.
I know a place that's open all night.
Excellent.
Wonder how unerring aim would help with bowling.
How hard can we cheat?
Can I use the shadows to just knock the pins over?
Just using all your disciplines for sports. That's what they
This
need
is
to.
this is ultimate bowling.
Mhm.
On one hand, we won the championship. On the other, we did go into a feeding frenzy and ate everybody.
Massive masquerade breed. Massive.
Yeah.
This is why all sports events are held during the daytime, to prevent vampires from...
No,
Exactly.
bowling isn't. Bowling is usually in the evening for leagues.
I said sports, don't worry. Is bowling in the Olympics? Does somebody want to Google that?
I think it is, actually.
What about, is curling still in the Olympics?
Yep.
That's a real sport. You watch yourself.
Harold and Hannah, like, well, since this is over, we probably should feed. We had to heal up all those wounds. We had that night. We did just feed last night. Looks like some of you can eat as well.
Well, we're at the boardwalk. There's plenty of people here. Should be easy to grab one. Or people making out under the boardwalk. Best people to feed off of.
For the record, bowling is not, curling is.
Oh.
Is there anyone passed out under the boardwalk?
You may make a hunting check. In this case, it would streetwise and wits. Dr. Murray, what's your current hunger at?
I think I got to full. So I'm at 1.
Wait,
not full.
I had to correct it.
4 successes on the hunting with them.
Oh,
nice.
Outstanding. Yeah, you're able to find someone who's passed out onto the boardwalk. Just kind of, you don't know if they're sleeping, drunk, or drugged, or whatnot. But yeah, you can satiate some hunger. How much do you take?
Just one.
I'll take 1.
From the same individual? Or are you hunting separately? Father O'Shea 4? Yeah, okay, that's good.
How much does the other 2 guys need? Harold and...
I need no... Oh, those guys.
Fairly wounded, so... They're looking for about 3 Curtis Lake. They're at 4. However, they can take 1 or 2 and be cool for the night at the moment. I'd have to feed later.
The night's young. We might as well go ahead and grab a couple people.
They're gonna make an attempt here. They're not that great at feeding in the circumstances. They're more about feeding in crypts and those types of places like you just were, but they didn't find anybody there, so they're having to deal with...
So they have the same predatory type I do.
Other one? Yes. You both find people they're able to grab around the corners and stealthily, however, somewhat violently, grab passerbys, take a little bit of blood from each one. Just enough to hide them off. They're going to need to feed later. Right
Well, that's
now,
better than nothing.
Yep. Nobody's going into a frenzy at this moment. So, ghosts and homunculi. These are my interests.
Well, unfortunately, your interests have to wait a little bit. After all, we do have a commitment to check on our charge.
You have other...
Remember what Damien said, mister. If something happens again, then he was not going to be with us anymore.
Mm-hmm. You're more than welcome to join us.
You don't mind. Rather try to lay low as we can. We large enough group at this point. Is there a place we perhaps continue our studies? Electronic devices, maybe books.
The crypt?
You can hang out in the crypt. Yes, excellent. Continue my conversation with caves.
The crypt is equipped with a library. Just open up the sarcophagi, third on the right.
Oh, fascinating, says Hannah.
Yeah, that way there's no electronics there, there's no internet we have to worry about, there's no way for them to... I think it's a really good place for them.
Well, we know the way. They part. Just the Coterie now. 2.
We should go check out the cleanup job, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Bogdan, that's kind of your...
Yep. Let's head.
Well, you can make a phone call, right? We can call them and see where they are.
I suppose I can. I'll ring him. Hello?
Yeah, we cleaned up all the bodies.
Excellent work.
Else? Sorry, what?
Excellent work.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
Meet me back at the penthouse. The doorman will buzz you.
Right away.
All right. So, should we head back to the penthouse? Maybe regroup there, decide.
Yes.
All right. So,
Shane,
now what, guys? You were saying, David? Sorry.
Oh, Shane, your driver, comes to let you know that cleaners are here.
Brilliant. Let him in.
Very swarthy individuals, wearing what looks just like a worker's suit. Same uniform. Come in. Nice place you got here.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the help with that situation.
So there was a inconsistency, just so you know.
How do you mean?
We're told there were 4 bodies.
Yes?
We got there were 8. We didn't find anyone to instruct.
Oh, shit. Shit. We need to go. We need to go there right now. Or, wait, no, where did you take the bodies?
They've been, dissolved.
Shit. Fuck. Oh, God. Do they have any personal effects on them?
Yeah, we got that in a locker.
Brilliant. Where's the locker?
It's, down in our, one of our sites. We were gonna destroy it all, but, assuming
Take us
you
there
want
right
it.
now.
Okay.
Right now.
This way, gentlemen, says Shane. I'll pile in his car. Gets directions, drives
Alright.
there. Looks at their personal effects. Brings it out. Here you go, sir.
Is it them? I'm gonna look at the effects, of course.
You don't see anything of Leia's, but yeah, you see identification that resembles her ghouls. All the names that you're familiar
The 3 of them, and then there were, what were the sexes of the bodies?
2 male, 2 female.
So are superheroes.
So it would seem...
I have a way to see if Leah's still with us if you want, but I'll need something to pour blood into and a moment.
Do you guys have a cup or anything around here?
Yeah, I'm sure we could scrounge something up. Will a coffee mug do, or I've got a bowl?
Either one.
A bowl would be better.
Right, he hands you a fairly large bowl. Apparently he really likes.
I cannot blame him.
Anything else?
Just a moment for the priest to do his work, and then we'll be out of your hair.
It will. Give you a moment. They walk off. Father, are you gonna conduct a ritual here, or a ceremony rather?
Yes, I am. It is a special one from the Fall of London, known as the Knowing Stone. It's literally the only one I qualify for. So we are going to be rolling Composure plus my Oblivion discipline, and it will essentially allow me to know if somebody's living or dead, and if they're dead, the location of their spirit.
Ah.
So we will be rolling. I don't think that rolled correctly.
Well, how many dice are you supposed to have?
7.
Maybe it missed fire.
I can make it work.
Force it.
All right, 3 successes. There we go.
Okay, does it describe in the ceremony? Successes are.
Just need 1. And yeah, so what everyone sees is I'm pouring blood from my wrist, which is going to take a rouse roll, I'll do in a second, into the bowl, and then I pull a stone from my very own church to stir the blood while chanting the name of the individual over and over. And then my eyes turn black, I look into the blood, and I get to know what's up.
And that information again that you now know?
And I get a stain.
Nice. Stain your soul from the dark.
Book doesn't say so, but I assume ceremonies work the same way as Oblivion powers. Mm-hmm. Rolling a 10 gives me a stain.
You feel the darkness now touch. Something quite unholy brushes against you. Feel the darkness. Pull towards the beast as it forever stains your soul. Hopefully, feel remorse for this grievous act you have taken against nature. Something is taken away from the good of this world for your seeking of this knowledge. Profane ritual which you have unceremoniously or ceremonied. Now, what knowledge do I give you?
If she is alive, it gives me nothing. It's just a blank slate. If she is dead, it gives me has the soul passed on or not. And if it has not passed on, it gives me their location.
They've not passed on, you get the location. Okay. Yes. Their soul has not passed on. Leah is somewhere within. There's a grand cathedral, a big Catholic cathedral. Chicago. You know the place, of course. Very familiar with the churches in town. Get a vision there. Still kindred, not passed on.
Well, I think spirits still reside within kindred, so yeah. All right. I turn to the group and mention, it appears she's still with us, but she's inside a church of some sort.
Let's go find her.
I know the church. If I give directions, would your driver be able to take us?
Absolutely.
I'm going to make sure to sit next to the driver and give directions the whole way.
Brilliant.
Right. Does look like we're in another confrontation with hunters. We'll get to that in a little while. Let's take a short break. We'll be back in roughly 5 minutes. See you when we get back. back to Blood City, a Chicago by Night Chronicle. Our Coterie recently got word that several of their associates, their charges in fact, were gruesomely murdered. And there might be one who is still alive. That's Leah, the what do they call her? The Black Angel of her little cult that she made. However, a dark ritual Father O'Shea just conducted. Ceremony, actually. I gotta stop saying ritual. Ceremonies. Determined her location. She's still, as far as they know, one piece. In a cathedral elsewhere, where they're headed right now. And I will now off to the Coterie. Something about calling her burner phone. Is that something I just heard before the break?
Yes, we are. We're going to use her burner phone to try to contact her and see if she's there of her own free will, or if maybe she was kidnapped.
You do not hear any answer. It rings and rings.
All right, probably should go in guns blazing then.
Shane, did you get the rifles I asked you to?
Yes, sir. They're in the trunk.
Excellent.
Should I pull up front, or should I stay a couple blocks away?
Stay a couple blocks away. We'll approach on foot.
Very good, sir. Pulls up about a block and a half away, behind a building, so there's no direct line of sight. Shall I wait here for you, sir, or shall I drive around?
Drive around.
Yeah, because the last time people showed up, they ended up dead, so we don't want to risk.
All right, I'll wait for your call, sir. Thank you.
All right, and then I'll hop out of the car, get the rifle, some ammo. There should be enough for you guys.
Yep, just 4 people walking around downtown Chicago with assault weapons. One of them's a child. One of them's a priest.
Nothing unusual about it.
Nah, it's normal Chicago.
Actually, I prefer this knife that I have here.
Fair enough.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll take a gun. I have no problems with them.
But if there's a small handgun, I can have George hold him for me.
I haven't carried a gun since I left Ireland.
All
When
right.
you say knife, don't you mean samurai sword?
No, knife, like kitchen knife.
Oh, I thought you picked up one of the samurai swords from last week.
Yes, that too, but I left it at the crypt.
Oh, okay. It's probably better.
Some janitors cleaning up the crypt. Just find the samurai sword on one of the coffins or something.
And I wrote my name on it. It's okay.
Well,
Even better.
Don't just leave it.
It's certainly more interesting than we thought.
So am I the only one taking a gun?
No, I'll take one too.
Brilliant.
Just to be inconspicuous.
Yeah, nothing like a billionaire businessman walking around downtown Chicago with an M.
That's a good way to get an Oscar, right?
Yep.
Or presidency.
Hashtag white male rage. So you do notice that the cathedral's open, which is odd for this type of night. In fact, it's well illuminated. It looks like some sort of big events happening there. However, the sign does not indicate what it is. It looks like some citizens are walking up into it, almost joyous.
This is absolutely an ambush of some type, right, guys?
Do I smell anything?
How far away does that sense work for you?
As far as his sense of smell goes, which with heightened senses can be pretty far.
I don't have heightened senses.
Shame on you.
I can't have everything. I can't see ghosts. I don't have heightened senses. I move at a normal human pace with non-daggers.
The people walking up and into the building You don't smell anything off of them. However, it's very large, and it doesn't. You don't imagine that a kidnapped vampire would be in such a public area. However, you never know.
Is today a holy day?
It is not, to my knowledge.
Or like a religious holiday, or some reason people would be going to church at 9 o'clock at night?
No, we'll say it's yesterday real time, so the 25th January 2020. As far as I know, that's not a holiday.
Father, does this church have a crypt?
I don't know, David. Does this church have a crypt?
You know that there is an underpass that they use to store things like large furniture. Also, sometimes they'll have little down in basement type of area that goes around the back. There's two ways to it. One, you can walk through the main cathedral itself and go all the way to the back. There's some doors there, but there's also around the back of the building. There's another exit so that they don't have to walk through the whole cathedral to get into the area.
I think there's an undercroft, but we could just walk through the whole thing and set off every trap they set for us. But there is a side way if you want to be a little sneaky.
Then let's go that way.
I agree.
Alright, considering we have, priest doesn't look too out of place. However, if they inspect his, yeah, he doesn't look out of place. However, everybody else, whether they have firearms. Oh, did we just lose Jolene? Here, she's back.
She's coming.
So we have a Lolita and two people with assault rifles. Are you gonna just walk around, or are you gonna try to, like, really stealth it out?
We should go in sneaky.
I could very well be a distraction. While they're paying attention to me, they aren't noticing you.
Okay, yeah.
Agreed.
Since Father O'Shea is the least conspicuous at the moment, which is probably one of the first for him. Yeah, one time in his life, in his unlife. Father O'Shea, go ahead and make a roll appropriate to your distraction that you're going to come up with. Describe it. And get enough successes, you can add those successes to your die pools. Everyone else, it's going to be a stealth roll for the rest of everybody else. First, we'll do Father O'Shea's roll to see if we get bonuses.
Well, since I'm trying to attract attention, may I put forth charisma plus performance, public speaking?
Sure. Go ahead and describe or act out whatever you're going to publicly speak.
Let's get the roll to see which way this is going to go, because if it rolls bad, I got to act bad. It didn't roll. Oh, there it goes. Alright, 2 successes. We're going to burn a willpower.
Burning willpower.
3 successes.
Excellent. Okay. Everyone else is going to get 3 extra dice to the stealth roll. So everyone else can roll stealth plus resolve if you're just being confident. Stealth plus composure if you're just going to confidently march where you're going to go, try to make it look like you're not out of place at all. Or stealth plus dexterity if you literally try to dodge out of sight as this happens. But you get to roll extra 3 dice to this roll as a modifier because of what Father O'Shea is about to act out.
Do I have any disadvantages for the fact that I'm carrying a rifle?
I'll factor that into your successes. The successes necessary.
Okay.
Got it. That's 4 for me. Doc, you want to spend a willpower for that?
I don't know.
And while they're doing that, I'm preaching on about fire and brimstone and all that. I guess I should probably find a.
Okay. So you just do the whole crazy preacher act.
We're gonna go with Revelations 20:14.
Okay.
Then death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire. This is second death, the lake of fire, and you will join them all. Jumping right into Acts. Therefore take heed, so that the things spoken in the prophets may not come upon you. Behold, you scoffers, and marvel, and perish. For I am accomplishing the work in your days, a work which you will never believe. Though ascribe it to you. And I thump somebody in the chest.
So, as they were entering the building, they seemed happy. However, upon being engaged by the near vitriolic Father O'Shea, they're like, "What the fuck? What's going on here, man?" A couple people just leave. They were gonna go into the cathedral, and they're like, "This is just too much." And some other people just take shelter by running up to the cathedral. The person that you smack is just like really freaked out, a little shaken, runs inside. So the person that was a little bit freaked out almost caught sight of Dr. Murray. They're like, "Is that a gun?" But then he gets smacked in the chest and is like, "Oh!" And Dr. Murray is able to sneak off before he gets identified.
Good.
He's totally forgot about what was happening because of Father O'Shea. And
Thank goodness for potence and poking.
Yep. Everyone's giving Father O'Shea a very wide berth, and the rest of the Coterie has made their way around the building.
And with that, I'm going to go join them.
You find that the side entrance has a sizable padlock, closing you off from getting inside.
Now I can acid spit that off if somebody can't break.
Oh, I have break-in.
I can also snap the lock in two. We have options.
Yes. Roll a die to figure out which one you're going to do. Who acts first then? Whoever calls it.
Well, mine takes. Go ahead.
I'd say we go with the least invasive option first, which is me trying to open the lock.
Pick the lock?
What's that young lady?
Right. This is a lockpick, right? What you're doing?
Oh no, it says break-in stealth. So maybe not, unless there's another way in.
I think this one qualifies as larceny, not stealth.
Okay. So unless there's another way in, then someone else.
All right, I'm gonna bust the lock. It's a little less vampiric. You know,
and doesn't take a rouse check, does it?
Yes, it does, but it stays active for the whole scene.
Oh, okay.
He was going to do it anyway.
Pretty much. Hunger gain. All right.
For hunger and
oops! Accidentally clicked it again.
With a loud clank, the lock breaks off. The doors open up, and Father Murray gets a scent of true faith. Somebody here is a believer. It's looking down. It's a sullen, dark hallway, not as illuminated as it is up there. There are some windows that go up to the street level, shining through a little bit of light. So it's not pitch black or anything. You can see what's going on there, but none of the lights are on. There's 3 different doors to the side. Along the hallway are several things like pallets. Like for some reason there's a piano in there and a couple couches along the wall.
This is a really weird cathedral.
Does anybody here have hairspray or anything dust-like on? Anything that can cast a fine mist? I suppose not. Is there dust on the ground?
I could have, with my potence going, I could crush my pen or pencil into dust real quick.
Yeah, on the piano hasn't been touched in a long. You just like swiped all along the top, you probably could gather up a good amount of dust.
Okay, I'll get a bunch of dust and then I'll kind of toss it out into the hallway to make sure that there are no laser trip wires or anything.
Okay. Could you... What role would this be? Athletics dex to make a very nice oof in the air. Puff. Okay. You're not seeing anything indicating that there's laser tripwires around here.
All right, then we should maybe check the doors.
I mean, if there was an alarm sensor, we already triggered it.
Agreed.
I mean, we could check to see if there is one, but I mean, if we did, we're screwed anyways.
Yeah.
Any security alarms?
You don't hear
It's
any.
a church. I can walk in.
Yeah, but it's still the police are going to show up.
And find a priest in a church.
I know, but it still adds to the thing. But all right, fine, let's go.
You're my guess.
So door number 1, 2, or 3?
Actually, if they want to keep walking that way, I can be invisible and go through the main entrance and see what exactly is happening, and then I can call or text them.
You got to be really careful with that, though. If you bump into people, then that's going to definitely knock you in. There's a lot of people you see.
I know, but it's super sneaky.
I mean, you're welcome to try it. I'm just be super careful.
I mean, how packed is it?
There's a couple hundred people up there.
For a Catholic church, that wouldn't even fill the pews.
Oh yeah,
So
they can fit a lot
it's
more in there.
manageable.
All right.
So Sparkles goes upstairs, is that correct? What are the rest of you doing?
Go inside down here. Walk around, I think.
Okay, there's 3 doors. There's one that's near you, there's a far door, and one that's kind of in the middle. It's a grand double door.
We should go nearest to far there.
Are the locks the kind where you can look through the keyhole?
Yeah, why not? That sounds fun.
I'm going to cast my senses through the keyhole into the room then.
Alright, in the first room, you cast your senses in. Does that require a... Yeah.
Another stain!
Another stain. So, you feel this dark presence. It's as if it's watching your every move. And it's approving of your use of Oblivion. As you turn towards the dark side, just a shiver down your spine. Even though what you're doing is for good, the method of which you're doing it is by utilizing the powers of darkness itself. You swear dark figure was behind you and put his hand on your left shoulder as you peer through. See that there's a priest in the room reading blessings to a staked Leah on a table.
How many stains till you just straight up die, by the way?
Stains don't kill you. It's what it does is at the end of the session, I have to make a roll to see if I can maintain my humanity. And if my stains go farther than the available slots, for instance, right now I have 7 humanity. I have 3 slots to fit stains into. On that 4th stain, I do aggravated willpower damage to myself.
So you could die.
Willpower can't kill you, but it can send you catatonic and cowardly.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And give you
So this
penalties.
priest, his back is to us?
He is currently, yes.
Then instead of shooting him and alerting everybody within a mile, I'm going to go for a knife in my jacket, and I'm going to activate unerring aim and try to get him in the throat so he can't.
Okay, so are you gonna like try to bust through the door real quick and throw it at him before he can react? Is that the deal?
How about I get the door and you throw?
Yes.
Okay.
Just a moment. All right. Oh no, it closed my tab. Let me just open up Roll20 again. Gee.
All right, since this is what the plan, Father O'Shea, go ahead and make a either brawl or athletics roll for busting down the door plus strength. Since it's timed in tandem,
Yep.
the next roll would be in flat-footed. Basically, would be Bogdan's athletics dex roll for seamlessly getting.
Is it plus my celerity?
Yeah, I believe if you activate it, then you get the
Yes,
celerity
and
to
the
it.
difficulty
Yeah.
is 1 because he can't respond because I'm doing my fast boy thing.
Yep, fast boy thing.
6 successes total.
6 successes from Father O'Shea.
Yeah, I got 2 from my roll, 2 from the willpower reroll, and 2 from potence.
What door? Bogdan gets 7 successes.
Yep.
So that's quite higher than margin. That's at least 6, plus the knife's damage. So unless this guy has some ridiculous stamina, superhuman stamina, that puts him out.
Wait, did we just find a priest at a church in his own house, and then we ripped open his door and then stabbed him?
Yep.
He has our friend staked.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay, go ahead.
He says, and the blessing from the Mother Mary.
Hell yeah.
And blood is squirting everywhere. As this scene's happening with him just like flailing around trying to hang on to life, but it was just such a perfect shot, went all the way through to this both sides on the jugular. And the blood's just running down, staining his black frock to the point where it looks more like he's wearing a red one. Sparkles has found that she's in it's actually a wedding happening upstairs at this time. Very joyous event.
I love weddings.
You should go surprise and be in all the pictures.
Let's just hope this priest isn't the one who was supposed to marry the couple.
Yeah, that would be awkward.
We can have the psycho priest from outside do it, so it's fine. And you shall wed him, but be damned if you do anything else.
So it seems like a very nice procession up there. It seems most of the people have calmed down from the crazy preacher earlier that was screaming at people about brimstone and hellfire at a wedding. Yeah, it looks like they've got some some snacks off to the side if you want to do your eat food merit over there. But yeah, nobody notices you. You're invisible, right? Back to the downstairs scene. Leah's what appears to just be her corpse, completely motionless, dead-eyed, with a wooden stake all the way through her heart. wearing the same clothes you last saw her with. Big puncture wound, just a little bit of blood around the edge.
I'm gonna pull the stake.
For a split second, you fear that she might truly be dead, for she doesn't move first. Then she twitches a bit. She and I twitch. Goes. Oh, I normally. Okay, I guess I don't need to breathe, but that's pulling me. What?
Does she need first aid?
Father O'Shea? Dr.
Hey.
Murray? What happened? Why? Where are we?
I shouldn't have left you alone there to clean up that mess.
There's...
Your 4 friends, they're dead.
Fuck.
Good doctor. Is the priest here safe to eat?
I'm going to go with no. I'm going to smell him to make sure, but I'm pretty sure he's the...
His blood is sanctified with through faith itself. It would not be something you want to put into your unholy bodies.
Nah, if you eat him, he tastes like Jesus.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, communion wafers, right? This is my body. This is my... So Leah's gonna have to make a...
Oh, I see where this is going.
Can we text Sparkles? Or
I'm gonna restrain Leah.
Okay. Leah's very incentivized by the holy blood pouring out of the now dead man. She definitely needs to eat. She wasn't doing well to begin with. She's got a big hole in her chest.
I jammed
We'll
her
call
wrist
Sparkles.
right onto her fangs.
All
Meow
right.
meow.
bring a guest downstairs. Any guest, quick.
Meow. Okay.
I was gonna have her drink one from me to regain composure.
Can she say she's only going to drink one, or will she drink more than that?
I can break her.
Okay.
She gives into the sweet bliss of your vitae from your wrist. At first, she was a bit confused. However, the crazed look in her eye, or glazed over look, suddenly turns and she starts to close her eyes like she's biting into like the most succulent cake she's ever had in her life. Starts to moan as she takes your vitae down her throat. Lost in utter bliss.
I yank her off as soon as it gets one point transferred between us and say, all things in moderation, my child.
Oh, that was good. Oof. Wow, is our blood always so amazing?
Well, mine is.
His wouldn't have been, and I sort of gesture at the priest.
Who's he? What?
Oh, we were hoping you could help us with that question. Do you have any memory of what happened?
It's starting to come back to me. I think as soon as you left to some other group, I guess they had backup. We got ambushed. They struck me down. I thought I would be fast enough. I think I cut one of them down. I don't remember. At least I felt his blood on my hands, my claws. But I don't know. It's like I blacked out. How's that possible? I'm not even alive.
You were staked. Now, quick note. I doubt this priest is the only one here. We need to be on high alert.
Not to mention we have to deal with the cleanup here.
East. Where are we?
In a church.
We're at a wedding.
We're at 2 weddings and a funeral.
Wait, who's the second wedding?
George and Sparkles.
Stick around, I don't judge.
George could marry the couple.
There you go.
If nothing else, our good jeweler here married a knife to this man's neck.
Hell yeah, I did.
Commendable shot, I might add.
Thank you, I try my best.
So what are we doing about this new mess?
Right now, we can worry about cleanup later. Right now, we need to search the rest of the building. There very well could be more hunters.
We need to contact Damien, too, and let him know about what's going on. This is a pretty big deal, I think.
Agreed. I'll call
I think
Damien.
we need to get Leah out of here right away.
I do. No, yeah, but like I'm saying, as we're running out, we probably should call.
All right.
Well, they told me to grab one of the wedding guests, so that's what I did. I'm like, Father needs your help with something. And I grabbed somebody and run them downstairs
You should get this body hidden before Sparkles shows up.
I didn't think about that. That wasn't my job.
No, yes, you called me about, so that's what I was doing. I was following instructions.
Right.
You did a great
Sparkles
job.
comes around him, just shoving a body in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if our Sparkles brings, we could always set this up to look like a murder-suicide.
That's a guest at the
Let's
wedding.
not murder somebody, another person. This
I
guy
am the
had
father
it
of the
coming,
bride.
But
And on that note, I was opening the door and bringing an unassuming guest into the...
oh
no, no,
god,
there isn't even a door. He ripped the door off the hinges, didn't he?
Oh, perfect.
No, I just opened it, really.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I never went on an adventure with a Lolita before. So what's in here?
Grab the dude by the throat hard enough that he can't speak.
I was going to make it look like I'm doing first aid on the priest and there was an accident, but that works too.
Maybe he won't remember afterwards.
The Sombra. They're very cut and dry.
Oh, do you have Mind Wipe or do I have Mind Wipe?
I do not have Mind Wipe. I have Control. I needed that so that I can make calls and stuff.
I have Compel. That doesn't do anything.
Father had something that made people forget.
Nope. And I haven't used it. I talked about that during our session 0, but I ended up going with Compel at the last minute.
I was going to go the opposite of you, but I already went with Compel, so never mind.
I don't think you used your Compel yet.
So is there a plan for this
apparently
potential
not.
witness?
No plan. We kind of threw that out the window.
Lesson learned: if a little Lolita asks you to accompany her away from the wedding because she's got a secret plan for you, don't follow her.
At best, Chris Hansen shows up.
Yes, at best, that's best case scenario.
Lacking a better idea, I'm setting this up to look like a murder-suicide.
So I'd be like, hey guys, you wanted me to bring a friend?
Yeah.
Kind of.
I guess I can't think of a better idea either. I think we're going to have to.
So how do you suicide this person?
I'm not doing it.
Wipe the fingerprints from the knife, take the guy's, after he's been killed and everything, put his fingerprints on the knife so that we got a murder weapon. And from there, we're gonna...
Can you compel someone to kill themselves?
No, that is a level 5 discipline that allows you to do that.
I was going to say we can make it an actual suicide.
Can compel people to kill each other, but if it's not against their basic nature. Which is why it's always good to keep a killer in your pocket.
Yes, absolutely. Do you want to... Okay, so if you're going to do it that way and just make it all... reverse engineer an investigation roll. So basically roll investigation plus intelligence to try to, like, make it all look the way that it's supposed to.
If it's okay with you, David, I'm thinking I'm flying by the seat of my pants, which is kind of wits more than intelligence.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, that works.
Should we have these two feed first?
What happened to Leah?
Oh, yeah. This is what we're doing after the feeding. I'm going to take 2, she's going to take 2, and he's going to drop to the floor.
Sparkles, my friends are dead.
Oh no, what happened?
After you left, they had backup. They came and I fought them. I think I got one.
They were ambushed, like we're about to be. We need to move.
I agree, let's get out of here.
5 successes.
Alright.
I'm gonna text Damien the location of the church and what happened.
I'm going to go stand outside and make sure no one's coming.
Yeah, I'll take point with the doc.
Alright, random innocent murdered.
Pretty sure whoever took that last drop from that dude picks up...
Yep. I'll award some stains during this but let's get out of here first. Do you leave the bodies there, make the murder suicide apparent?
Bad priest.
Yeah. What's did you just try to get to Shane? The car?
Yeah, me and the doc will take. Oop, David, your camera's glitching out on my screen. Yeah. Is
that better?
Yep, now it's better. We're good.
Very briefly, Sparkles got transposed over you, so you had cat ears for like a half second there on my screen.
Awesome. We should just all wear cat ears, why not?
Hell yeah.
So we're hiding out where? Harry's place?
That's, I believe, but wait, there's not resistance as we go to the car?
Are we talking about the innocent person, or are we talking about the Leah? Oh, you mean fighting hunters?
Oh, yeah, I was worried that hunters are going to show up.
You don't see anybody in the vicinity.
We should...
watching us. We should
check. We need to check, if Leah has a bug implant. Also, I'm going to call Shane and tell him to get out of there. We'll find somewhere to go, but I don't want my car getting tracked.
Very good, sir. He drives away. How are you two? How are you all four? Well, 5 of you getting away, or going somewhere else?
Do you know if there's any sewer entrances nearby? Anybody?
It wouldn't be that
major
too hard
city
to find.
should be.
Yeah, wouldn't be too hard to find a manhole.
Sewer lids are pretty heavy. Luckily, I think we have a very, very strong. So we should do the quick check on Leah first. Then we can exit. I'll cover the door.
All right. So before you're leaving, are you going to cut her open?
You know what? Here, we can do that after. Father, just hold her hand so that if there is something inside her, it doesn't work so. I don't know if that's how that works, but anything's better than being.
He needs to put his hand like around her abdomen area.
Okay.
Just because that's where they were there.
It's that, or we get tracked by hunters. So make that value judgment, Father.
What a shepherd does to protect his flock. I do apologize, young lady, and I pretty much wrap my arms around her, picking her up with like arms around her to abdomen type area where they were cutting on the others.
You copa feel. You just say, I copa feel.
Mhm.
Oh, geez.
Mia Copa?
All right, now let's find a manhole. I'm going to be scanning rooftops, looking for spotters, looking for marksmen.
Okay. Could you please roll awareness and wits for your scanning of the area? And Father O'Shea, you don't have to make a roll for carrying her around, but if you then, or if you're the one lifting the manhole cover, please make a strength athletics to get leverage.
Okay, that's 3 successes for the wits awareness.
Five successes.
Okay. Lift it up as if it was nothing at all. Scanning around, you don't see anybody watching you. This wasn't quite an ambush. Apparently, they didn't be here. Just the one priest was left behind. Whoever was the attackers and assailants are present, as far as you know.
Brilliant.
Crash a wedding.
My guess is they didn't anticipate a ceremony tracking so fast.
Agreed.
I wonder if we need to get some eyes on this cathedral as soon as possible, so that way we can counter their counter.
Here's the problem, right? If we, look, we killed a priest and an innocent person in there, or, well, you did, but they'll know they'll know it's compromised.
Right, but if someone shows up, they have to find out it's compromised, and then they're going to leave. But if we can put a tracker on the compromised vehicle or something, you know what I mean? Or
Good
follow
thinking.
that vehicle.
I think it's a little too late, and we don't have those kind of superpowers.
Well, I can make a call.
Okay, you do that.
I'll just give
That's
I'll shoot Damien I'll shoot Damien a text, and sort of warn him about what we've uncovered.
I already
Tell him
did
that.
that.
Perfect.
So if there's anything extra you need, then text him.
Got it. So, yeah, Damien, I guess, now knows to keep that place under fucking close watch.
I can make a tracking bloodstone, but it takes like a day to make it, so that's not...
Yeah, we just need to get out of here, check her for a tracker, and then find a place.
And then, I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, it's all right. I was finished.
I was just saying the tracking bloodstone wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
Should we get her to the hospital to see if there even is a tracking thing?
Possibly, yes.
Does anybody know their way around the sewers? You're in the sewers.
Yeah, I don't know my way around the sewers. I am not the type to be crawling around and not too happy about my shoes getting wet.
Yeah, it wasn't on
Is
the
that
medical...
like a streetwise kind of thing?
No. I have no idea what skill would be used
Alright.
for this, and I guarantee my character is not used.
If you're going to try to navigate through the sewers, I will allow survival or good one here. Yeah, I guess streetwise could also work. Survival or streetwise, does anybody have any points in that?
I have
1 point in
streetwise.
Okay, roll it with
I have
intelligence.
2 point survival.
Roll it with intelligence since you're trying to figure it out.
Wait, Doctor, you said you had survival?
I have 2 survival, 3 intelligence, so 5 total. Does anyone
Yes,
beat?
you should do that.
Okay.
And there's a mosquito stalking me. I do not approve.
That explains why you're swatting. Either that or
I was wondering, like a bird or something.
Could be the shadows.
I got 2 successes and the beast.
I got 3.
Looks like you guys kind of know where you're going. So
Yeah.
I will just follow because I don't know if the children will come back and will they'll take me.
Between the two of you, you're able to find a way out. You have no clue where you are. However, it's not the same entrance that you came in, so that's a win. You find yourself by the river.
Can we Google a river? The lake? Can we Google the closest hospital, medical clinic, just so we can find somewhere to get her in and get her scanned?
Yeah, do you just want to go to the closest one, or do you want to go to yours? Okay.
I would rather a closer one, because then we don't give away our place, plus it's just fast.
Okay, yeah, you're able to find a place. So there's a clinic. Is that acceptable? Is that what you're looking for?
We just need somebody with some kind of CAT scan, X-ray, or ultrasound.
All right. Yeah, with your expertise, you know where to go.
Planned Parenthood it is.
Exactly. So are you going to make an argument of what's going on with her, or are you going to try to like sneak in there?
Well, I mean, imagine they're closed. It's like, if they're closed,
yeah,
we break.
It's late at night, so Planned Parenthood will probably not be open. Do you want to like are we breaking in? Is that the deal?
I think so, yeah.
All right, locks and alarms. How are you dealing with that?
I didn't think of that part.
Yeah, Planned Parenthood would definitely be a Fort Knox type of situation, considering stuff that goes on against them.
Yeah. Maybe you should get
exactly
the pre.
their security system.
Is there like an open window or anything, or you think it's solely closed off?
Well, nobody left the window open. That's fair.
We're gonna lock up the place tight, but leave that window open.
Yes.
Have to ask.
No, sometimes it happens, right?
We go to the roof. Roof door might not be security.
Oh yeah, maybe the roof.
Okay. Please make a. So you're trying to open up like a door on the roof for ceiling access, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Or make a larceny roll if you're just trying to figure out how to open it properly with tools, or if you want to just power it up, which would be much more difficult. Make an athletics strength. So either larceny, intelligence, or dex, or the other option is straight athletic strength.
That's on one of you guys. I don't have any of those stats he said.
I guess
Me neither.
I'll do
I
the
have 2
athletic strength.
success. For larceny dex.
Yeah, you're able to crack it open.
Let's get inside to a medical thing.
Wait, I'm going to be invisible, activate Ghost in the Machine, and see if there's any security cameras.
Oh yeah, they're all over the place.
So I'm gonna have to find the wiring for the cameras. Or how do cameras in general react with Father O'Shea?
It'll be fuzzy.
It'll blur me, but not anyone. Like, if I'm holding on to Leah, she will be clear, but I'll be blurry.
Because like the cameras won't be able to see me.
Right.
Well, I have to go inside unless one of you guys is going to do the EKG. Well, you have medical.
I have
You have
medical
basic.
at 1.
Is medical enough to use an ultrasound machine?
You can
Or
always try.
CAT scan or something?
How
Well, why don't you
not?
you three just go in? And then worst case scenario, I'll come in afterwards.
This is like a very surveillanced area, so we'd have to smuggle her in, and she's still going to be seen.
No, you're
This
right.
would be so much easier at the hospital.
It's true. We should just go to your hospital and just do it real quick.
All right, let's do that then.
I think that's the smartest idea. And can I please let her go now?
Like, yeah, this is weird. Why are you getting
no.
around?
Negative.
Not until we get a scan.
All right, so do you
Sit
just
tight, Leah. Sit tight.
walk there, or are you gonna try to find transportation?
We should take the subway or taxi.
I can call.
I
a cab.
still have a rifle, and so does he.
That's
I'll
true.
ditch the rifle down the sewer entry
I
hatch.
thought you were gonna say that you're gonna throw him into Planned Parenthood. Throw him down Planned
No.
Let's arm Planned Parenthood.
Uh-huh.
We're on their side.
All right.
Okay, well, I'll just make sure the door is locked and I'll close it.
So, Dr. Murray, do you also throw down your rifle?
Yeah, sadly.
You can always get more.
Yep.
Yeah, but now if something happens, I have nothing. I can spit at them.
You've got some power.
See,
right?
what you need is a friend like George. Then George can hold your rifle.
Animate him soon.
Well, the acid power, Vitae doesn't do damage, so...
All right, so you find your way to the hospital. It's your hospital, Dr. Murray. Do you just run the scan?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go up and follow procedure as best I can.
Make a medicine
So people
intelligence
aren't-
roll. All right, she seems clean. You don't even see any questionable blips.
All right, should be good.
I let her go, commenting, Depart, go out from here, touch no unclean thing. Go out from the midst of her, purify yourself, you who bear the vessels of the Lord.
She gives you a really weird look, like,
Yeah, don't
same
depart.
to you.
I think she might have enough of priests for one day, Father.
I think she needs to go to a safe house or something.
Because even though you're staked, you can still hear what's going on, right?
You're dead.
Oh,
You
I thought you
did.
could hear what was going on.
No, unfortunately, you're kind of kept in a half-life, an abyssal area between life and death. Not quite permitted in either until the stake or fire are changing your situation.
I think I need a new place to hide. I can't go back to my club. I think that life is over. Now that all my friends are gone.
My apartment has the spare bedroom, several, by the way, so you can come there if you want.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I did like it. It was very nice. Very nice apartment.
I'm glad.
But yeah.
I also like the $7 million penthouse in Chicago overlooking the lake.
The ghost's a little odd, but I don't know. Thank you so much.
Was she
Cool.
able to see the ghost?
There was a discussion when she was there. But it's like, yeah, as long as he leaves me alone, that's nice. Thank you so much.
Alright.
And if you need to talk about the loss of your friends, I'm here. I have experience with these things.
Thank you, Father. I appreciate it and everything you've done. All
And
of
George
it.
and I are here too.
Thanks, George. That note, that will end our session here. Try to pick up the pieces of Leia's circle, since basically Leia's circle is just Leia now. Try to figure out what we're gonna do about these hunters attacking all of the Coterie's friends.
And I gotta do a humanity check real quick.
Yep, and we might lose some humanity here.
Oop, nope, that did not roll the way it was supposed to. Hold on.
Exact opposite way. Pass.
Yes.
This time. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.